In the dead of winter, a man coldly watched as his father took his final breath. He wasn't heartless, just desperate to break free from the burden that was holding him back. Burning down the family home, he set off to chase his dreams in the big city. His journey led him to a small town, where he found work at a local circus. The circus's main attraction was a so-called wild man, a feral creature said to survive on just a drop of blood. But Jack quickly realized the truth: the wild man was just a homeless man, drugged and dehumanized for entertainment. After getting caught sneaking in without a ticket, Jack was forced to stay on as a laborer. There, he met Molly, a girl who could withstand high-voltage shocks, and the two grew close. Jack, hungry for success, apprenticed under a fortune-teller whose psychic performances were nothing more than well-rehearsed scams. But what truly fascinated Jack was the woman's husband, an old man with what appeared to be genuine mind-reading abilities. He correctly identified the history of Jack's father's watch with uncanny precision, using only a cryptic notebook and years of sharp observation. Jack begged to learn the trick, but the old man refused. When he eventually drank himself to death, Jack seized the chance, stole the notebook, and soon mastered the illusion. Using his new skills, Jack saved the circus from a police raid and became an overnight sensation. He launched a nationwide tour, making a fortune by pretending to speak to the dead. But during one performance, an audience member caught on to his cues and forced him to go solo. Under pressure, Jack relied on keen observation to pull off the trick, salvaging his reputation. Things took a darker turn when he tricked a grieving judge and his wife into believing he could contact their deceased son. Molly, disgusted by the deceit, tried to pull Jack back, but he was already in too deep. Seeking more power and money, Jack manipulated the judge's psychiatrist, Kate, and stole confidential files on a wealthy tycoon. To extract money from the tycoon, Jack convinced Molly to impersonate the man's dead wife. She bore a striking resemblance. The plan was nearly flawless until the tycoon touched Molly's warm hand and realized he'd been duped. In a panic, Jack beat the man to death and ran over a guard while fleeing. Molly left him in disgust. Kate, too, betrayed him, switching the money he had stashed with her for worthless bills. Jack, now a wanted man, became a fugitive living on the streets, drowning his regrets in alcohol. Eventually, he returned to the circus and was offered a job as the new wild man. The very role he once saw as pitiful had now become his reality. Once full of ambition and love, Jack had been consumed by lies, greed, and desperation until he became the very monster he once exposed.